webinar of IMA Ams on happiness management through living in the present. Definitely a different topic and a real need of the day today in this stressful life. So at the outset, I request Dr. Karunakar, Honorary Secretary of IMA Karnataka State Branch, to recite the IMA prayer and flag salutation.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. Usually, I have a prayer, flag salutation and madala.
Okay.
So, good evening, everybody. It's been an honor and a privilege to do the prayers, IMA prayers. Sir, President, sir, shuru madva?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. So, Bharatiya Vaidhikya Sanghada Prarthane, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿರಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಆರೋಗ್ಯವಾಗಿರಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೋವಿನಿಂದ ಮುಕ್ತವಾಗಿರಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ದುಃಖದಿಂದ ಮುಕ್ತವಾಗಿರಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಸೆ ಆಮಿಷಗಳನ್ನು ಮೀರಿ ಗುಣಪಡಿಸುವರು ನಾವಾಗಲಿ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, IMA ಚುನಾಯವಾಗಲಿ. Madam, thank you so much. It's back to you. Please proceed.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And thank you, Karnakar, sir, for introducing us to the great speaker of the day. Yes. So now I request Dr. Shivkumar Lakkol, sir, President of IMA Karnataka State Branch, to say a few words.
Yeah. Good evening to all. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
IMA Ksb Ams and all the members of the IMA. Today is a very auspicious day for us because we are having a unique topic in the webinar. That topic is happiness management through living in the present stressful life. Today I got a very good renowned speaker, Dr. G. Shashidhar, MD Pediatric Consultant Pediatrician, founder of Center for Scientific Spirituality. Really, we are very honored to have you, sir. Welcome on behalf of IMA Ksb.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We have got the chairperson, Dr. Somsekhar, professor and head of the Department of Pediatrics, MS Ramaya Medical College. Sir, we are welcome on behalf of IMA Ksb. So, all our dignitaries on the dais, Dr. Karunakaran, Secretary of IMA Ksb, President-elect Srinivas, and Treasurer Vijay Sarathi, and also the Chairperson of AMS, Dr. Geeta Dappa Madam, and also the Secretary of the IMA AMS, Dr. Suresh Kavekar, and all the esteemed members of IMA. Really, we are having a very good topic. Without taking much time, I hand over to proceed with the program to Dr. Geeta Dappa Madam. Please carry on, madam.
Thank you, sir. So for this today's webinar on a unique topic, happiness management through living in the present, I like to welcome our President, Dr. Shivkumar Lakkol, sir, who has joined the meeting, has addressed us. I also welcome President-elect Dr. Srinivas, sir. I welcome past Presidents, Dr. Yoganand Reddy, sir, Dr. Madhusudan Kariganur, sir, then Joint Secretary Dr. Anita, then Treasurer Dr. Vijay Sarathi, our Honorary State Secretary Dr. Karunakar sir, then Dr. Rajendra Prasad sir, Dr. Mulki Patil, and all who have joined for this webinar. Also, I welcome all the delegates who have joined online also through YouTube for our program. So today, most important two people whom we have to welcome today is Dr. G. Shashidhara sir, who has running the Center for Scientific Spirituality, though he is a consultant and very successful pediatrician. So it's a really privilege for us to listen from sir regarding happiness management. And here today we have Dr. Somsekhar A.R. sir, who is a HOD of pediatrics in the prestigious MS Ramaya Medical College. Sir is also a pulmonologist and adolescent care specialist. So, sir has agreed to chair today's session. So, I would like Dr. Somsekhar A.R. sir to kindly take over.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, Dr. Geeta ma'am, for this wonderful opportunity. At the outset, I would like to thank Dr. Shivkumar Lakkol sir, President Karnakar sir, the Secretary Vijay Sarathi sir, and Suresh sir, all the Geeta madam, all the team members for giving this wonderful opportunity for for this unique problem. I'll say unique because this is the need of our, which is not addressed much as such. In many of the digital platform, we talk about academics or something related to that. Otherwise, these things are not touched as such, and which is much required. With the post-COVID era, we are seeing a lot of stress or whatever the psychological issues, psychosomatic issues are rising. This is the time we should know how we should have introspect ourselves about the possibility to explore over the complete overall well-being, like mental or physical illness, to overcome and to live peacefully. To give this talk, I welcome my close friend, Dr. Shashidhar. He is the past president of Bangalore Adolescent Health Academy, and he has done very successful program in the name of Ever Present State. And he also runs a center called Spirituality Center. It is based on the concept is like ever present state. There is a unique human being, and human being should be treated as human being. That's his concept, and he's got the legacy of the ancestor being there into spiritual masters, and he continues to do all the work with spiritual and the scientific background. Once again, I thank the president and the secretary, Dr. Karnakar. When we approached him, immediately made an arrangement, and all the IMA members were very open for this kind of activity. And Shashidhar, without taking much time, I'll over to you. Thank you, dear.
Thank you, Dr. Somsekhar. At the outset, I like to thank our president of IMA Karnataka and our beloved Honorary Secretary, Dr. Karnakar. Then our Dr. Geeta Duppa for her presence. She is a chairman of IMA, KSP, and a Academy of Medical Specialties. I like to thank all the organizers on the background. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to share little knowledge of what I have. I like to thank again Dr. Somsekhar for chairing this session. He is a professor and HOD of prestigious MS Ramaiah Medical College. Thank you. I will begin. Today, we have taken a unique topic because almost in doctors, 70 to 75% of illnesses are due to unhappiness. Among doctors, only 6% of doctors are happy with their job. Because of so many reasons, maybe overly stressed doctors due to long working hours, fear of imagined complications while treating the patients, or consequences of some, as a doctor, we have seen so many complications. So all those things comes into play when we start treating the patients. Of course, when emotionally drained because of too many patients we need to attend to, and we don't have sufficient time for family, social contacts, etc. Today, Indian Journal of Psychiatry, it has assessment of 30% of Indian doctors go through depression. 17% have thought of ending their life. Physicians, suicide is a public health crisis. It's so much. 4 doctors per 10,000 people commit suicide every year. Of course, there are so many suicidal attempts and thoughts which is going on within the doctor's mind. 85% of mental health issues, stress, anxiety, sleepless nights, frustrations, addictions, all these things, they need a solution. So one of the solution is living in the present. Of course, 65% of intensivists are undergoing burnout. So that indicates how severe is this problem, the unhappiness crisis, we say. This unhappiness may be due to fear. We are all caught up with the fear of complications while treating the patients. Of course, today violence is quite a bit more. Though it's a noble profession, we are into a lot of trouble because of so many business-minded people, very few doctors. Of course, unhappiness because of we don't have sufficient time trap, we say. And this unhappiness, usually it's a phenomenon of past. When we are trapped in so many, the memories of the past, it surfaces in the present and creates unhappiness. Of course, we may have a future trap. Future trap, that means, for example, so many doctors, they come with, they think it is glamorous, but they find after finishing their degree and when they come to the practice, when we see the practicality of it, they get into, sadness or unhappiness. Of course, relationship issues, it is there for everyone. It is a bit more because we are not able to give sufficient time for the family and social contacts. Identity trap, because, when we wanted to join, we join with lakhs of rupees. And then we look for name and fame. But once if you finish your degree and start practicing, you find the real practicality. There's not much, there is no much of name and fame. It's only transient, like a child. Initially, they want a toy. Once if they acquire toy, after a few days, it loses its, its inclination. Of course, illusion trap. We are into the illusions. Individually, everyone, comes in this section. Any of this section, the doctors are not happy. So, happiness is the need of the day. What is happiness? Happiness is a positive state created by our body chemistry, biochemistry. We have a lot of neurochemicals, neuropeptides. When we go to sleep, we have bliss molecule, endocannabinoids. When we are happy, we develop ananda mind. Especially spirituality is required for all the doctors because, you might have heard, all the spiritual people, Ramananda, Sachidananda, Nirmalananda, like that. Ananda is part and parcel of spirituality. Of course, dopamine, the reward molecule, when we start treating the patient and they get a good result, we develop dopamine. Like that, we have oxytocin, which is a bonding molecule, endorphin, pain-killing molecule, GABA, anti-anxiety molecule. These are all the things which we develop when we are happy. So it is very much necessary to avoid the barriers of happiness. We develop unhappiness because of so many reasons, because of lack of control, distress, overly stressed, loneliness, So these things creates a bad biochemistry. So most of the time, we are arranging to live our life joyfully. We are not living, we are just arranging. No, tomorrow I'll be happy so that I will, do work now. I will get money now more. This arrangement will going on. Rather than being in the present, the name itself is the present gift. So happiness is directly proportional to individuals' ability to appreciate, celebrate what we have in the present. Simple things. We have, once if you are in the present, you need to see what are the contents. That's why it is called as contentment. Once if we appreciate the content and celebrate, we get happiness and we develop a good biochemistry. It's very, very important. We need to be there in the present because present has a holistic approach. Present has a wholeness. To understand present well, to know about living in the present. The truth of our life is present. And it is holistic. Why? Because what exists is present, 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 always present. We call that as a ever-present state. We believe in past, present, future, but forget that these are all only points in a given series of present. These presents only becomes past, these presents only becomes future. So ultimately, we are all in the present only. But we need to understand better what is present. In this present, we have two parts. What we experience, this is called as superficial or surface reality or outer present. This we call it as periphery of us. Here we experience physical being, psychological being, mind, emotional being, emotions, and of course, ecosystem. This is about outer present, what we experience. But there is one more very, very important. We call that as inner present, empty-like state, a pure being, the being, inner being within. We call that as center. This we need to identify through the science, just not like a philosophy, where, like, for example, inner present, when you are in the deep sleep, no me, no I, no mind, no ecosystem, no India, no religion, nothing in that. That is there always on the background. So, to have happiness, we have periphery of the present. In the periphery, we have body, mind, emotion, and ecosystem, which are all transient and changing happiness we experience. There is a center, which is natural state. For example, intrauterine life. The baby from zygote till 9 months, it is within the mother's womb. That is a natural state where, there is no sadness. We need to understand why this itself is happiness, because there's no sadness. Once if there's no sadness, it itself heals so many illnesses. So, center of the present is very, very important that we need to understand. Let us discuss what are all the happiness which are available briefly. Body happiness includes eating, drinking, sexual pleasure, touch, smell, hearing, sports, swimming, walking, gymming, smiling, laughing, dancing, serving, all those things comes to physical being happens. Of course, if we are not able to maintain this body well, we develop physical noise. This physical being develops about physical noise like diabetes, BP, obesity. Any physical illness will comes in the way of enjoying that physical being. You know, the being is inside, the physicality is outside, and that physicality we need to maintain. We need to be physically fit and follow healthy lifestyle so that body should not give trouble and gives unhappiness. Of course, as a doctor, I need not talk about junk foods avoiding, and balanced nourishment is important. You know, in our spirituality, we say balanced nourishment. Balanced nourishment includes balanced diet plus pranayama, you know, breathing. Then air, pranayama, then water, 70% is water. So we need to drink little more water. We need to, you know, expose to sunlight. That is a fire element. Vitamin D is required. Then we need to be in the silent state so that the space element comes into picture. So balanced nourishment is out of all 5 elements of the nature. So of course, body happiness we can get out of yoga, pranayama, and so the mind happiness. You know, mind happiness, whenever we get, so, you know, get something what you want, immediately we'll be happy. Of course, the relationship with family, society, everywhere we get happiness. I need not talk about sharing, caring, and giving. That we found more happiness in those things because it's how to be happy. You know, we say just giving happiness to somebody, or you know, when you are serving happiness to somebody, you are developing happiness chemical within. Of course, some of the doctors are having internal happiness. They are very competent. They know self-esteem. They have a very good self-esteem because they are very skillful in certain things. And nobody, you know, the creation is such. Nobody is less. Nobody is more. Every doctor has unique competence. And through that, he gets a satisfaction in, you know, his job. Of course, relationship, freedom, all these things gives internal happiness. Of course, in psychologically, we are psychological beings. You know, after birth, we develop, we are conditioned, and because of these conditionings, we experience the outer world. In this outer world, 90% of happiness is out of how you process the world within. Mainly, unfulfilled expectation and desires causes unhappiness. So we need to give importance here. We need to be in the present, be a good listener in front of anyone, not only the patient. Spend 2 minutes of communication extra for rapport. You know, that's very, very important today. We need to digitally put off, put on when required. We need to have me time. Me time means we need to give time for family, social contacts, for yourself first. And we need to be transparent in our work. So next, coming to the emotional happiness in the present, smiling, presence of loved ones, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness, all these things elevates you, your emotions, creates happiness within us. And this happiness is lacking for a good number of them because it has a noise, because we carry baggage of worry, baggage of bad and sad memories, rift in relationships, So all these things can cause diverse depression, anxiety, addictions, stress. So if you want to be happy, take out weight of these baggage. So living in the present makes a big difference. We need to come out of the past. Good relationship matters with ourselves first, our family members, our friends, our community. Eco-happiness, life is a gift. The whole world is a stage for us. Let us, enjoy the whole ecosystem. I need not talk about wonderment of nature, varieties of sweets, eating pleasure. If you take a telescope, sky gazing, listening to bird chirping, walking. So our eco-happiness is directly proportional to our proximity to nature. We need to be there within the nature. So it's very, very important to take care of ecosystem in the group or by yourself. Because if there is some foul smell or some mosquito going, it will not allow you to be experience that inner present. Ecological being, ecology is outside, being is the center. That being you can't experience if there is, that cracker or foul, because that dominates. Of course, this ecosystem noises includes all these floods, mudslides, so many things. So it's very important to take care of existence, and definitely existence will take care of us. So the peripheral present has body, mind, emotions, and ecosystem. These are all the transient and changing happiness. There is one more, the center of the present, or our center. It is natural. Why I am telling you natural? It is what you are born with. Intrauterine life, 0 to 9 months. I was just like that. I don't have any sadness there. I don't have any, I don't belong to any religion, caste, or I don't have, any stress there. Even today, when you go to deep sleep, in the deep sleep, there is no sadness. That's why it heals. When there is sadness persisting, you end up with depression and, some suicide, so many things. So deep sleep is very, very important, and every day we undergo that. Even newborn state, out of 24 hours, 22 hours, the baby is like this. Whether you show anything for the baby, rifle also if you show, it doesn't matter for him. Or even tiger photo, no response. Or even our gods, no response. So it's very, very important in the present, we have a background, that center. That is a silent state within. So we came to this planet as a silent beings in the intrauterine life. This is very important. As soon as you are born, you are given a name, religion, nationality, race, and conditioning. You are pure being when you are born. But you started leading your life with defending all these conditions, fictional identities. So the present has two parts, the periphery, outer present, the center, inner present. The inner present is thoughtless state, pure being state. But outer present is conditioned state, where if you are born in India, you will be Hindu, language you will acquire either Telugu, Kannada or anything. You will be reading Bhagavad Gita, you will be, your acquired religion is Hinduism, you will be programmed with so many Rama, Krishna, Shiva, Durga, any gods. So like that, if you are born in a Gulf country, you are born to family of Muslim, you will be acquiring Arabic, Quran, you will be able to, go through Islam religion, Allah, praying God is Allah. So it's very, very important, our inner state, which is devoid of all these things. That is very, very important. So actively cultivate source from within, which is inbuilt, inherent, universal essence, independent of people, situations, and circumstances. And this we need to understand through the science, not as a lecture or not as a philosophy. Because the inner nature, inner present, if we go through the today's quantum physics, it says everything, whether it's any galaxies, this wall, or this computer, anything, everything is atomic stuff. And within the atomic stuff, 99.99999% empty like space. So this quantum essence is our inner present. And even scientifically it is established that 99.9999% of all that we see, believe as concrete matter is nothing but empty like space. So this, through the science, we need to understand. Of course, how to connect to the center or our natural state? One is by silence, where the mind also, the emotions, everything needs to be silenced. Being in the present, being, psychology, if you are a physical being, inside being, psychological being, inside being, emotional being, being is there, ecological being, pure being, that being in the present is important. Converting everything into ever present. If I see the table here, if I go through that, it's made up of atomic stuff. Within that atomic stuff is empty like space. Quantum essence or quantum presence, we say, or being state. Even if I go through this body, the skin, tissues, if we go through one cell, then nucleus, then DNA, RNA, if we go to nucleic acids, and then molecules, then atoms, within the atom again, the same thing. So the whole body appears superficially is a virtual reality of us. This is today's quantum physics. It's not something which philosophy talks. Of course, we can connect to the center through the deep sleep and be in the center and witness all the events. Like how you watch a movie on the film, like that we can watch a movie of whole life. Of course, meditation and centering ourselves. Center is within. So just talking will not help us. So let us do this, center yourself for about 2 minutes. Let us experience. Simply talking may not help us. So let us be comfortable on chair. Close your eyes. Let us experience the center. Initially, to help you, I will take you to the mother's womb. Just close the eyes. Just go back to your mother's womb. No memory, no past experience. Even in newborn state, Be in silence. Offer what is gained in life. After birth, we have conditioned and we have gained a lot of knowledge, so many things. Offer that into the center. Learn to offer life towards the center. So, we need to synchronize from the center. Be in the center. Even our background, the center. No, I don't feel like talking when I'm expressing these things, but this is not the time where I can go on giving lecture, but be in the center, which is free from past memories. The state who really you are. Experience the truth inside. Go deep within. Depth of your being. Identify the silence presence. Be with a deeper essence. Tranquil presence. Slowly open your eyes. Actually, this needs time. So this, just to give a taste of it, I have given this meditation. Let us discuss more about happiness and living in the present. There are plenty of tools available. Outer present tools, inner present tools. In the outer present, the tools can be from the body, mind, emotions, wealth, spiritual cosmetics, smiling. Smiling, it's a spiritual cosmetic. Laughter is a spiritual cosmetic. Simplicity is a spiritual cosmetic. And every human being is unique design. That identifying that competence within you, there is something which is in you, which is definitely unique, which gives a self-worth. That gives happiness to us. Of course, caring, serving, giving, receiving, presence of loved ones, all these things are outer present tools of happiness. Only thing is, these outer present happiness is only transient and changing. The inner present tool, which we have already tested, we need to appreciate and celebrate the inner present. It's our natural state. We need to appreciate and celebrate what we have. You need not search anywhere for this happiness. It's there within. It's a stable happiness which is always there. That's why it is called as ever-present happiness. It's very, very important to understand. It doesn't matter how many resources you have if you do not know how to use it. This is very important. Because we need to use it. We need to remind ourselves. These are all different faculties available within us. The inner present, permanent happiness is there. Like example, I told you, deep sleep, there is no sadness. Somebody is wounded in a deep sleep, he is not a wounded person. He has doctor who has lot of sadness outside. When he is in deep sleep, there is no sadness. So very, very important to identify this inner present and connect it, through meditation, through centering yourselves. So living in the present, the periphery, the outer experience, what we are doing. The center is simple being state. So the outer, we can have activities, exercise, yoga, that itself covers the one topic. So I will not talk much about it. Yoga is just a union with the existence. So being in the present itself is a yoga. Pranayama, role play. As a doctor, we need to play a role. Don't get attached. Emotional regulation, connecting with nature. These are all what we do. So in the present, one aspect is doing, one aspect is being. Being, again, I repeat, we experience during deep sleep, intra-eternal life, when we go for stillness, spiritual journey, meditation, etc. So, for doctors who are experiencing loneliness, they need to understand the present itself is having solitude. Loneliness is because you are sitting only in the periphery outside. The solitude is connecting with everything, inclusiveness. When we go deep within, it's infinite. Our today's quantum physics says from, the quantum essence has created the whole universe. The ooze of the quantum essence has created the whole universe. So, infinity is within. Identify within. That's why the present has periphery and center has a holistic lifestyle. So live in the present. Don't chase after the past. Don't be worried about the future. Accept the present moment as it is. Acceptance. Witness the periphery. Play the role play. Playing and gaming is different. Game, you need to win. Play, just play. Don't expect anything. Be in solitude. So there are few things which we need to identify. We need to develop. We need to increase our acceptance. Contentment, in the present, lot of content. Like when I go for a walk outside, I see so many trees. It's a content. Birds chirping is a content. Beautiful roads, content. Beautiful houses, unique houses. Especially in India, we have unique houses, different houses. You need not pay anything. Just content you identify and celebrate and appreciate. Once if you are able to celebrate and appreciate, you will develop happiness. So there is something like walking happiness. I have done in Ever Present Ananda YouTube, you can watch. And there's a Ever Present Ananda 9, I think it's on walking happiness. Acceptance 22. Contentment, Ever Present Ananda 40. Like that, all these things are spoken already in the YouTube. You can watch it. So only thing is we need to identify the outer, whatever it may be, it's only transient, limited, and changing. Today we'll be happy looking at the road. Tomorrow yourself is not there. So today beautiful bungalow is there. Tomorrow it may not be there. Of course, we need to decrease greed, expectation, anger, over-attachment. I think these things I need not talk much. So tips for happiness are acceptance. There is Ever Present Ananda 26 will talk about the acceptance, contentment, Ever Present Ananda 40, forgiving, gratitude. All these topics we have covered in YouTube. You can go to Ever Present Ananda in the YouTube. You can get this. Of course, serving identifying unique vibration, creating meaning to life. Spirituality is important. I told spirituality people is labeled as Anandas, Ramananda, Shivananda, Yogananda, like that. So, what is this spirituality? How we get happiness in this? Spirituality is a search for answers to basic questions of whole existence. It is not something sitting and doing some puja. No, that is not the real spirituality. Present is the truth or spirit. This itself is a truth or spirit. Living in the present or living in the spirit itself is spirituality. So, scientific spirituality encourages happiness. It may be peripheral outer happiness, or it may be ever-present inner happiness. There is some wrong concept, we need, and that's why a holistic approach is important. Both are important, periphery, outside world, inside world. Periphery of the present, there is a materialistic life where you need to use it, enjoy it, experience it. Don't try to make a part of yourself. That means don't get attached to the periphery. Don't make it a part of yourself. You are the whole, not a small part. When partial reality is there, the suffering is there. Simple joys we need to enjoy in the present, especially coffee. Every day I experience early morning bliss when we get up. Of course, when you see the pets, crazy behavior of those pets. Somebody gives a gift, greetings and love letter from someone took the trouble of writing, children's joy without a reason. So these are all simple joys. And we need to be practical, finding happiness in everyday life. List out people who can bring joy to you. Find joy in the process. Don't think tomorrow I'll be happy. Today, now, here and now state. That is why it is called as present. Voluntary services gives a lot of happiness. Activities, dancing, singing, don't hesitate. Hobbies, listening to favorite song, Tai Chi, so many things you can be happy. Meeting people, eat out, enjoy. There's nothing wrong, but with moderation. As a doctor, how much you need to eat, what to eat. Loved one contact, whenever possible, meet them. Of course, consider things that have made you happy and unhappy past. Make a list and let it help guide you to the path of happiness. There are so many instant happiness. We need to learn smiling, laughter, presence of loved ones, gratitude, giving, receiving. These are all, immediately it gives a happiness. Presenting one's own unique design. Appreciating wonder of nature. So these are all available in the YouTube, Ever Present Ananda 68. Of course, we need to engage ourselves in creating happiness, sharing happiness, practicing happiness, educating happiness. When we get involved, we become slowly, because when I started this happiness journey, because I'm also conditioned, our happiness depends on the conditioning, almost 50%. 10% living conditions, rich or poor. 40%, fulfilling, like what today I want a car, I got a car, I want to build a house. These are all about 40%. So basically, I also come out, I'm one of the fourth sibling in the house. So there is conditioned, first 7 years is very important, because there is a set point it creates in the, some of them, they simply love. That nature itself is like that, because they are brought up in that way. Some of them conditioned in the house, conditioning where there is a complaining, blaming, all those things are there in childhood. It depends on the culture as well as, how conditioned you are. So be in the present, here and now. So, only thing is few principles we need to carry out: acceptance of what is and changing world. Today I am there, tomorrow I may not be there. Today my hair is black, tomorrow it may be white. So many things. Accept what is. Moderation in life. Anything excess causes trouble. We need to have a gratitude. Every day we need to, identify the contents, and we need to have a gratitude. Of course, play a role free from comparison, perfection, and seriousness. These are all the things which causes trouble. You want to be perfect, then it's a trouble. You are inviting trouble. Don't be serious about it. Be humorous, be happy, smiling, and don't compare. You are unique in this whole existence. Nobody is like you. Like Dr. Geeta Dappai, nobody can be there. She is unique. So we need to identify. And at the end, one day you will look back and realize that you worry too much about things that do not really matter. This is a practical experience what we have. So living in the present, can anyone live outside the present? Not possible. Only thing is, partial reality of body, mind, and ecosystem dominates, and that marks our inner natural state, which is purity, bliss, and timelessness and peace. Of course, in life, we do have dualities. When you are in the silent state, just watch both praising and blaming. Sometimes we get a gain, sometimes we get a loss. Sometimes we are healthy, sometimes we are having disease. Pleasure, pain, craving, aversion, love and hate. These are all dualities of life. You have to take it both. Why is suffering in doctors? That unhappiness. Because unaware of our natural state, that inner present. Not knowing who we are. Through the science we need to understand. Unaware of wholeness in present. Holistic present. Present only we need to understand. That's enough. Ego identity. We are dominated with a peripheral ego. Of course, clinging experience, which is ephemeral, periphery, we have a changing different things. We get attached to that partial reality, then we get suffering. Being afraid of unpleasant, in dualities of life, we get whether sometimes pleasant, sometimes not pleasant. Both we have to take. But we need to stand in the inner presence. Fear of death, that present. Whether this body dies, still the present is there. Tomorrow this will die, but present is always there. So our natural state has no birth and death. That's why our spiritual people used to say, you are eternal. The real you is always there, ever present. So still, when you are not able to find happiness in your life, evaluate which area of your life lacks happiness. Physical, family, work, mental, relationship, etc. Seek professional help. Though doctors, we need to seek, because some of them think we need not go to other doctors. No, you need a more guidance. Actually, we are all in the doctor syndrome we have. We think of so many things and unnecessarily we go for depression. So relationship issues with a loved one, seek support from friends and counselors. So live in the present. So conclusions, happiness is a positive state created by our body's biochemistry. Emotions exist in us in the form of neuropeptides. Happiness is a skill and it is directly proportional to individuals' ability to appreciate, celebrate blessings or what we have in the present. This is very, very important. The whole topic is on, wherever in the present, appreciate and celebrate the contents of the present. I appreciate and celebrate Dr. Karunakar for giving this opportunity. Now I developed happiness. Even Dr. Karunakar develops happiness. So in the present, he has given opportunity. Dr. Somshekar pushed me to talk on this platform. I'm happy. Engage in what you like, whether body, mind, emotions, wealth, spiritual cosmetics, devotion, knowledge, music, unique design, whatever you like. Happiness is not depend on acquisition, possession, and consumption. Be happy now, here and now. Don't make it a goal. Don't arrange your life for tomorrow. No. Searching for happiness takes us to our past, our future. Don't search. It has to be in here and now state with what you have already. As a doctor, so many times we get a sufficient amount of money. Still, what we have, we forget. We want more. That causes trouble here. So, happiness, education, awareness is the need of the day for doctors. Note and balance all aspects of body, mind, emotions, and inner being. And it has to be birthright of the doctors to be happy, because we need to be more happy than others. Really, because we are educated on this. Happiness education and workshops are required for doctors as a curriculum. I request our Dr. Srinivas to take up this. Happiness education and workshops are required for doctors' curriculum for next year also. I'm happy Dr. Shivkumar has given an opportunity to present this. This has to go to all the doctors, because the doctors are suffering more. It has to be like a curriculum. Simple formula for happiness is making others happy. Good relationship matters with ourselves first, our happy family, with our friends, with our community. Living in the present is simplest way of life for holistic happiness and holistic lifestyle. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for your kind listening. Thank you.
Yes. Somshekar sir?
Somo.
Great talk, sir. Really, you're some different word for 45 minutes. I'm congratulating, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
La Somshekar not to be seen.
Okay.
Very nice actually. Gita the
Yes.
poor. Very nicely spoken. Somehow everybody has become silent.
Yes.
So you made everyone
Now
silent.
something different word.
That's true.
Different.
After a long time, there's a different, unique talk.
Topic.
Yes, sir. Yes, excellent talk, Shashidhar sir. It's really worth taking all the each and every sentence what you have told. But so many times in this competitive world, we are always in the rat race, but we don't know exactly one line you told. Like we later will realize for what we worried in the past, really was it worth? So that is very important, because right from childhood, every parent will be behind the kids for education. They should get a good class or good profession. So whole life is a rat race, but we really fail to enjoy the life as it is. So it was a very depth of the thoughts, sir. And really few points also, if we inculcate in ourselves, definitely it will take us to a real happiness.
Thank you. Thank you. I see Dr. Sumita Nayak, Dr. S.M. Prasad, and so many our
Congratulations.
Thank you very much for your presence.
Thank you, Dr. Shashidhar, for reminding us. Be happy always. Thank you.
Thank you.
How to live in the present.
Yeah. If anyone wants to give any comments or anything, please kindly unmute yourself to give your views or any comments.
I think Dr. Somshekar is on also on that.
Or any experiences. Kindly unmute.
Platforms are.
Somshekar, comment madapa. Somshekar.
Sir, that's what I told his dream. I told about the topic and we enjoyed also. I am sure members, it's a new this thing. I'm sure it is opened up the Pandora. I'm sure they'll take further. One more opportunity will be given later from your office so that they can go to the some more depth of it, where they can practice in their clinical practice as well as training the adolescent or the family life.
No, actually, yeah, so Dr. Somsekhar, as Dr. Shashidhar told, first doctors, we require some treatment from Ima. So first
Yes.
you start from
Definitely.
core area.
Yes.
Shashidhar.
Yes, sir.
You can
Yes, sir.
start as actually, I came myself from Prasad once to you.
Yes,
So
sir.
actually after that we left. Anyhow,
I'm ready, doctor. Anytime I'm ready. Thank you
Yeah.
for giving this opportunity. Tomorrow, I think we should go to whole doctor's family.
But we need always, we have to be happy. So for any small things also we feel bad, we'll make it. So keep on thinking that this I should have not done, why it has happened like this, all those things happen. So always everybody should keep happy. Then that is the most important.
We think this because we feel what others will say to us. That is a very important sentence you told, sir. We are worrying what others will feel about it. Actually, that thing won't matter to us. But we are worried, what they will say. If some problem happens, if some let it be patient or monetary, what others will say. That is one thing which you had told very important, sir. It was very nice. Yoganand Reddy sir also, one more our pediatrician, Dr. Yoganand Reddy sir, our past president. Sir, any comments from yourself, sir? Yoganand Reddy sir?
Comments illa, but I am really surprised to know that only 6% of doctors are happy. I want to know the statistics. Bari 6% ವೈದ್ಯರು ಖುಷಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಚಿಂತೆ.
Surprising, sir, but 6% only.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ
Most of them are scared in fearful practice.
ಯಾಕೆ ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನನಗೆ. ಯಾಕೆ?
Because today's life is like that, sir.
Only doctors are other profession also. Allah sir, only doctors are other profession also. Only doctors.
In doctors it is more.
Yeah.
ನಂದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಸರ್. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ. If we hold that everybody is happy in the world, if you achieve that goal, you just imagine a status where we are all happy. What is the productivity then?
No, sir, you cannot be happy. Dualities of life is very, very natural. But there is a blame game, there is a prize game, there is honesty, there is corruption. It cannot be. Practically, it's not possible. So in this life, this duality is also to be taken as it is. That's why the importance of inner present, where we are just a silent witness. We witness both good and bad, pain and pleasure, both together. We can, practically it's not possible. All happy, no, not possible.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm asking. Sukha, dukkha, santosha, asantosha. ಇವೆರಡು ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ?
ಹೌದು ಸರ್.
ಸಂತೋಷ ಅಸಂತೋಷವನ್ನ ಎರಡನ್ನ ಗ್ರಹಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಸಂತೋಷಗಳಾಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ.
ಹೌದು,
ಅಲ್ವಾ?
ದುಃಖ ಇರುವಾಗ ಅದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಸುಖ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದು.
ಹಾಗೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಇವಾಗ? ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್ ಅಚೀವ್
ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್. ಅದೇ ತರ
ಹಂಗೆ. ತುಂಬಾ
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್. Really superb. I'm Tulsi Babu from Bangalore. My family doctor, pediatrician is Dr. Shashidhar only. I am watching here from Detroit in my daughter's house, Gayatri. And I am speaking from there. So it's a real pleasure, doctor. I heard your lecture. It was really fantastic. All notes I have prepared and I have noted down. Whatever you said right from 10:30, all in 4-5 pages I have noted down, because I am always a great learner. I have hunger for knowledge. I may be 77, but I consider myself as 27-year-old fellow with 50 years of experience in pharma industry, having interacted with 1 lakh doctors, including doctors, spiritual doctor. And of course, I have seen Dr. Somsekhar also in Ramaya Hospital long time back in some company. and
Thank you.
he is also a legend. He is and wonderful lecture. As you rightly said, happiness is a state of mind. There is nothing good or bad. It is only your thinking that makes it so. So mind considers happy means happy, sad means sad. It's all the way you take it. And happiness has to start within us, around you, from you only.
Good
Bada
words, sir.
chennai, Doctor. So nice. Thanks for taking 2 minutes of your precious time.
Thank
Thank you.
All my
Nice of you.
colleagues are all legends. I know you have been hearing all your lectures throughout since 5-6 years.
So nice, sir. Thank you,
When
sir.
I
Thank you,
saw your
Tulsi
message,
Babu.
immediately 10:25, I switched on in my daughter's laptop, Gayatri, Michigan, and I am watching. So nice, Doctor.
Thank you.
And my sincere regards to all of you. You are all great doctors, spreading happiness throughout the world and saving lives of children. You are all noble doctors, and God give you all health and happiness as you are the saviors, maintaining the health of the nation. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day, sir. Our regards to your family, sir.
Anyone wants to ask anything or any comments from anyone?
Madam, Dr. Rajendra Prasad.
Ha, sir. Namaste, sir. Please.
My question is, doctoring is very stressful profession. Many times we go into very high stress, and that is one thing. And another thing is, a doctor's lifespan is 10 years less than the general population. And I strongly feel our medical colleges don't teach how to handle the stress which we take as a doctor. What do you suggest, sir? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's why in the conclusions I have put one word. We need to make happiness awareness as a curriculum for all the doctors. And I have made a clear this thing, 6% of doctors are happy in the job. 94% are not happy. So definitely, doctor, we need a curriculum for doctors and we need to train them.
I'm Dr. Deepa. Thank you, Dr. Shashidhara. It was a fantastic session. So many insights. I just wanted a practical approach. How do you, somebody hurts you, they say, let go, forgetful, forgive them. So, but then, next time when you see the person again, that same thing comes back. So,
Past surfaces.
yeah. So how do you deal with that?
So it's a matter of practice. We need to, be a witnesser for bad and good. And, as the time passes on, we need to practice. So whatever happens on the movie theater, so many things will be happening. Some emotional scenes, sometimes we cry, sometimes we laugh. Both are illusions only. Like that, we are all in the virtual world. It's all drama going on, like Shakespeare. It's a world is a stage where we are all the participants. So there is some situations where some person who has hurt you will come in front of you. Then we need to go for inner present first. Analyze whether it is better than silence, whether it is necessary to talk to him, whether it is helpful for him, or whether I can get some joy out of it. Forgiving is very, very important. Forgiveness itself is past. So when you use that forgiveness, the past gets clear. We need to forgive, because not for that person, for our own brain we need to forgive. To make our own brain fresh and be in the present, we need to forgive such situations and live in the present and smile at them. That's enough.
Thank you.
Dr. Shashidhara sir.
Yes, sir.
One question. I am Dr. Suresh, Secretary of PL.
Yes.
Hello.
Hey, sir.
This attaining happiness is nothing but maintaining this kama, krodha, moha, lobha. So many sevens are there. Sevens are there in the life. So is it that one or maintaining that one? So there is one question. Second is that for any happiness, is there any stotra or vachanas or something we have to chant?
See, the first thing is all the dualities of life we need to have, pleasant, unpleasant, pain and pleasure. Everything is happening. We need to take it equally, equanimous, that we need to develop. Then second question you told?
How to maintain a happiness at any moment of a time by chanting, by stotra, vachanas, or something else, because anything we want to maintain by taking something one fixed ideas.
It
What is
depends
that
on the
idea?
individual. Like I always enjoy, our Allama Prabhu has told, Bayalu bayalali utti, bayalali beledu, what you see is also Bayalu, what you are is also Bayalu, what everything is also Bayalu. So only Bayalu is the truth. Just talking like this itself gives happiness to me. The individuals, if you are interested in some music which you are very this thing, you can enjoy. It may be individually differs from one person to the one person. So individually, if you enjoy that, you just enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Dr. Veena madam, Veena N madam. Dr. Anand Kamath sir, for urologist, Dr. Anand Kamath sir. Urologist, Dr. Anand Kamath sir. Our principal, Dr. Mehboob Kalburgi.
Nothing more than what has been told. Only practice. We have heard it, bring it into practice. Sir. That's all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Kamath.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody?
Okay. Dr. S.M. Prasad sir is also. Yes.
Is to be, as said, it has to be included in the medical profession, madam, especially the undergraduate level only. At least some introduction should be there about that thoughts of clearness. Otherwise, we are seeing nowadays with the post-COVID status, maybe you are all experienced, the children are they're into different world of thinking. They for each and word they use the word stress, depression, all very common words. It is
It's
even
escapism.
if they're not.
Escapism, sir.
Yes,
Anything
madam.
they are in a depression. I don't know whether they really know the meaning of the depression.
Yeah. And we'll be worried about, madam, seeing all the calamities, we'll be worried more.
Yes,
then they may take it also, we don't know.
Correct,
I think
correct.
some introduction, initial level of graduation.
Yes, sir. Lakol sir is there. Lakol sir. Now,
Yes,
sir is a syndicate member. So, sir has
thank
to,
you.
in the RGHS meeting, sir has to put a
Yes.
at least word that at least we can have some sessions for the undergraduates.
Okay, madam. So
Like in schools, how we used to have moral science as a subject.
Yeah,
because in
we'll
school we
take-
always
Yes,
used to
madam.
have. But as we go to higher
Even in
classes,
school, yes, madam.
I think in the new curriculum of MBBS, there is some something about this. In the first orientation.
only
course,
yoga they are telling them to do, sir. Yoga they are teaching them. Other than that, nothing is there, sir. Now for this foundation course we have, in that when yoga is included, that is for only few days, sir. It's not regularly. Like
yes,
yes.
Excellent session, madam, for organizing. Dr.
Prasad, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know Dr. Shashidhar and Dr. Somsekhar for a long time. And we have attended his workshops also. He's having a center in Bangalore.
Yes,
Live in the present. That is a very, very good concept. So wherever we go, whoever tells about spirituality or whatever it is, we come to the presence only. How we are at now, the present, live in the present, that is very, very important. So we had a full one-day workshop Dr. Shashidhar conducts. So very nicely it was organized. We want to more workshops like that in future also by Dr. Shashidhar for IMA members as well.
Thank you. Definitely. Yes, dear.
Yeah. And now the stress buster for all of us, we are affected with so many emotions, and at different times, different day, our things are different. Our emotions are different every 1 hour or every morning or evening. It is different. So it is high time that we have to develop the spirituality, how to go about it, think ourselves, what we are doing. So we have to inner presence is also very important, and how we react to the environment is also very, very important. So Dr. Shashidhar and Dr. Somsekhar has done a wonderful work on this. I really congratulate both of them.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you. Thank you.
So thank you. Thank you.
Now, yes, sir. Please, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir.
Now I request Dr. Suresh Kagalkar sir to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, madam. It is important and auspicious day that today we are having Dr. Shashidhar, unique person, and having a unique topic, and we are all happy today. It's mainly because of Dr. Shashidhar sir, the statement, words, and he's very famous person for that. And I congratulation, and I must say thank you to Dr. Shashidhar sir. You have given an important good topic for all the IMA members. We are happy. And thank you very much, sir, Shashidhar sir. And also, I thanks to Dr. Somsekhar sir, who is a pediatrician and in the MS Ramaya Medical College, who has agreed. And he is also important person behind this topic. I thank personally for attending and making this program successful. And also, I know you are a part of Vaidya Sahitya Parishad, and I have attended along with you the many programs. You have given an opportunity for me to do many programs in the Vaidya Sahitya Parishad. Thank you very much, sir. Somsekhar sir, we'll meet you. And also, I must say thank you to our the beloved president, Dr. Lakul sir, who has given opportunity to conduct such a program, wonderful program. Everybody enjoyed, sir. Thank you, Lakul sir.
Thank you.
Also,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And also, thanks to Karunakar sir, who is the honor of IMA KSP, who has a person behind, who has introduced the important person, that Dr. Shashidhar sir, for the today's function. And thank you, Dr. Karunakar sir, for conducting such a good program. And also, I thanks to Vijay Sarthi sir, who is also IMA KSP, the treasurer. And also, I thanks to Rajendra Prasad sir and Yoganand Reddy sir, who is also important person, and he has given many important hints for doing such a good program. And also Karigunur sir, and also Murki Pati, and the Srinivas sir, the IMA the faculty who is present throughout this program, and he has guided the program. And also thanks to Dr. Ravindra, Dr. Prasad sir, and our principal, Dr. Kalburgi sir of the Alamed Medical College, Vijaypur, and urologist, Dr. Anand Kamath, and Anil Dumarji, and Veena madam, and many other professionals, surgeons, gynecologists. Many people have joined with the YouTube, and many members have joined. So I must say thanks to everyone, including our faculty of IMA, AMS, all the faculties. And with this program, we'll conclude, and we will meet in the next month with a different topic. And I must say thank you to all the members who are viewing through YouTube also. So thanks to everyone. Good night, and we'll see you in the next month. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Everyone, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you,
Suresh.
IMA. Thanks, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks all the officers.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Shashidhar sir and
Thank
Somsekhar.
you. Thank you.
Shashidhar and-
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you, ma'am. Good day, ma'am.
Yes.